Hi everyone, this is my review of the INOV-8 Bare XF cross training shoe. I've had this shoe for about 2 years now, and it's been what was my first barefoot style shoe, and I've had a number of other shoes since then, and I'll talk about those a little bit later on. But first of all, if you don't know what a barefoot running shoe is or what the difference is, barefoot running or barefoot shoe wear, it's been around for a while now, and it's supposedly supposed to be the best way for your feet to be, or the state to be in, rather than wearing a heavily cushioned shoe. Normal training shoes, if I show you on a pair of old style Asics I've got here, I've got very, very heavy cushioning in the heel. And you can see compared to these INOV-8s, there's hardly any cushioning at all, and it's very flat all the way across the shoe. Now, normally when you're running with these styles of shoes, you strike with your heel first, so your heel hits the ground, and obviously that goes all through to the front of the foot. With barefoot running or barefoot training, you're supposedly supposed to run with your front of your feet, really, so you're kind of gliding along it that way first. So the impact is going through the front of your foot, and then your heel is the last thing to touch the floor, if it touches the floor at all. So that's the idea behind it, and it's supposedly most to make your feet stronger. It's supposed to be better for your feet. It's supposed to be better for your knees. So if you've got knee problems, potentially barefoot running, if you're into running, could be the way forward. Now, I don't really do a lot of running, but I do a lot of gym work, and I do a lot of martial arts. And for the style training that I do, barefoot shoes seem to really work well. Also, to add to that, I'm also flat-footed, and I've always been wearing high-arched Asics Kimono shoes because they've always been very supportive. But to be honest, the pain in my feet never really went away wearing them. I felt very comfortable. But since I've been wearing these barefoot shoes, my feet feel a lot stronger. So if you are flat-footed, maybe it's something to look into. But anyway, go back to these INOV-8s. So these were my first pair of INOV-8s. They are the Bare XF cross training shoe. So they're an all-round shoe. They vary. I got these off Amazon, and I'll put a link below to where I got them from. But they vary from $49.99 to $99.99. And again, in price range, they fit kind of between the Vibrams and also the New Balance in terms of price. They're really well built. I've said I've had these for 2 years now, but you can't actually tell that I've been using them that much. They still look fairly in good condition. They're very breathable, so you can see they're very well vented, and your feet don't get hot at all wearing these. You can wear these with socks. Obviously, with barefoot shoes, they always tend to recommend that you don't wear socks, so you have that kind of full feel of the floor. But they are very breathable, and they're very flexible. You can see easily, I'm just barely touching this, and it flexes in. Now, if I could compare that very quickly, again, I'm not going to go into these ones in too much detail, I'll talk about these later on, but you can see that if I try and push that on New Balance, it's a lot stiffer, okay? And in terms of the Vibrams, I've got a pair of Vibrams here. Again, these are very, very flexible. So I think these are kind of sit between the two, really, and they obviously look like a normal shoe. So if you want something that looks fairly normal, doesn't look too extreme like the Vibrams, I think these are a good shoe to go for. The bottom, in terms of the actual sole, again, are very, very flat. There's hardly any grip on there, but they are still quite grippy. If you're going for a run on gravel or grit, these are fine. Now, I do have to mention that I haven't worn these shoes for running outside in or training outside in. So all my training is usually done predominantly indoors. So I don't know how long these heels would last, or the shoes would last, if you were wearing them every day to run outside in. So I can't really give you a comparison of that. But I've been wearing these, I said, for 2 years now, and I wore them for about a year in the gym, and I now wear them to go to my martial arts class in, so I wear them to go to Wing Chun in, and I find them very, very comfortable for that. They're very, very light as well. They weigh hardly anything. They're so light. Again, in terms of lightness, they fit between the New Balance and also the Vibrams. So they're very, very comfortable. The lace-up system's really good. They lace up really well, nice and secure. Got a very nice tongue here, so you can easily put them on and off. And that's all there is to these, really. There isn't a lot more to say. I said if you're after a good cross-training shoe, good grip, and you want something to start off in, maybe if you're new to barefoot running, I think these are a good choice to go for. I said they're not too expensive. They're well made. They've lasted me for absolutely ages, and hopefully they're going to continue to last as long as I need them really. I think they've got a good another year out of them if they carry on as they are. But they're a very good trainer, and they're a very good brand of barefoot shoe. I haven't seen many people wearing these, the INOV-8s. I've seen more people wearing Vibrams and New Balance, but I actually do think they're an excellent trainer. Hope you found this review useful. If you do, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll be reviewing the New Balance and the Vibrams as well.